Hi students, in the last class we have seen how to draw the ray diagrams or what are the rules for drawing the ray diagrams in case of concave and convex mirror. With that foundation, we can now understand how to understand the image formation. We can see how to understand the image formation in case of a concave mirror with the help of the following ray diagrams. Here I am keeping the object at different positions with respect to concave mirror. This is the concave mirror, and the black arrow mark which I have represented is considered as an object, whereas the red arrow mark is considered as image. And the rays which are coming from the object towards the mirror are considered as incident rays, and the rays which are coming away from the mirror towards the object is considered as reflected rays. Now let me keep the arrow marks so that you can understand clearly what are the incident rays and what are the reflected rays. Okay, now the object is considered at infinity, which is very far away from the mirror. When the object is at infinity, the incident rays are parallel to principal axis. Therefore, this is one incident ray which is parallel to principal axis, second one, third one, fourth one. So these are the four rays which are parallel to principal axis. And we know that according to rules of ray diagram, if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, then its corresponding reflected ray must pass through focus. So the corresponding reflected rays are these. So this one is another reflected ray, and this one is, so these are the four reflected rays and these are the four incident rays. Okay, now we can observe that all these four reflected rays are meeting at one point, which is called as principal focus. If you observe, the size of the image is an arrow mark, but all the reflected rays are meeting at a point. Here the image is formed. By seeing this, we can say that the nature of the image is point sized. The nature of the image is point sized image, or we can also call this as highly diminished image. Highly diminished image. Why it is highly diminished image? Because here the image size is very smaller compared to size of the object. Therefore the size of the image is point sized or highly diminished. Similarly, the location of the image is at focus. Therefore location of the image I have writing as at focus. And the third thing is that the image formed is a real image, because all the reflected rays are meeting at one point. Blindly we can say that if all the reflected rays are meeting at one point, the nature of the image formed is a real image. A real image is always an inverted image. That's why the nature of the image I will write here is a real and inverted image. So for the first situation, the characteristics of the image are: the image is point sized or highly diminished one, and the image is formed at focus. It is a real and inverted image. Similarly, coming to second location, which is object beyond C. So this is the object beyond C. Okay. So when the object is placed beyond C, now following the rules of ray diagram, if the incident ray, this is the incident ray, if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, the reflected ray must pass through focus. So this is the reflected ray, it is passing through focus. I am considering the second ray coming from the same arrowhead, and this ray is passing through the focus. Now according to ray diagram, if the incident ray is passing through the focus, it must come parallel to principal axis. Therefore these two are the reflected rays, these two are the incident rays. These two reflected rays are meeting at this point, and this point is the image of this arrowhead. That's why it will be arrowhead, and the opposite thing is arrow tail. If we observe the characteristics of the image, first characteristic is the size of the image. This is image and this is object. The size of the image is smaller compared to size of the object. Therefore the size of the image is diminished. This is the size of the image. Next we will see what is the position of the image. When the object is beyond C, image is in between C and F, center of curvature and focus. So the position of the image is in between C and F. Next, what is the nature of the image? You can clearly see that these two reflected rays are meeting at one point, and the image is inverted. The image is inverted because it is an upside image, upside down image. Therefore, the nature of the image is real and inverted. These are the characteristics of the image at position when the object is placed at a position which is beyond C. Now let us see if the object is placed exactly at a center of curvature, how the ray diagram will follow. So this is the object. From the arrowhead I am considering two rays. Out of the two rays, one ray is parallel to principal axis, and when a ray is parallel to principal axis, it must pass through focus. So this is the reflected ray. So this is the reflected ray. Similarly, if a ray passes through focus, if the incident ray passes through focus, it must reflect in a direction which is parallel to principal axis. Now, by seeing clearly that these two rays are meeting at this point, okay, so let me write the characteristics of the image. What is the first characteristic? If the object is placed at center of curvature, the size of the image is same as the size of the object. Therefore the size of the image is the same size as object. Okay. Second characteristic is where is the image will be formed. The image will be formed at center of curvature only. So when the object is at C, image is also at center of curvature. Similarly, third one, what is the nature of the image? We can see that it is a real image because all the reflected rays are meeting at one point, and inverted image. A real image is always an inverted image. Okay. So this is the situation when the object is placed at center of curvature. Now let us see the remaining three positions. When the object is in between center of curvature and focus, so this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray. When the incident ray strikes the pole obliquely with some angle, then reflected ray comes back with the same angle, making with the principal axis. Now these two reflected rays are meeting at this point. Therefore here you will have arrowhead and here you have arrow tail. Therefore, what is the nature of the image? Nature of the, or sorry, size of the image is enlarged. What is meant by enlarged image? The size of the image, if you observe in this diagram, this is the object and this is the image. The size of the image is greater than the size of the object. That's why it is enlarged. Second thing is that the image is formed beyond center of curvature. If the object is in between center of curvature and focus, image will be formed beyond the center of curvature. And the third one is, what is the nature of the image? Nature of the image is real because a real image can be projected onto the screen because the reflected rays are meeting each other. So real image, and it is an inverted image. Inverted image. Next, let us go for the remaining two positions to wind up this video. Okay. Now, when the object is at focus, so what I am trying to do, if you observe the diagrams clearly, ray diagrams clearly, I am trying to bring the image. So let us see here. So initially it is at infinity, later it moves to a position which is beyond C, and now at C, and between C and F, now at F. Means what we are trying to do is we are bringing the image close to mirror. We are bringing the object close to mirror. Now, what are the incident rays? So this one is incident ray which is parallel to principal axis, therefore the reflected ray is passing through focus, and the incident ray making some angle and striking the pole obliquely, therefore the reflected ray will also move away from the focus with the same angle. Here, what is the nature of the what is the size of the image? Previously the image is enlarged image. If you observe, slowly the image size is getting increased. See, first the image is point sized image, next it is somewhat diminished image, next same size, next enlarged. So slowly the image size is getting increased. That's why the image which is formed has is a enlarged image. Enlarged image, okay, it is highly enlarged image. Second one, let me write here, it is a highly enlarged image. That's why it is forming at infinity. Next, what is the position of the image? Position of the image is at infinity. Why it is at infinity? Here, these two reflected rays are parallel to each other. The parallel lines, we know from mathematics, the parallel lines never intersect each other. But in physics, we consider that the parallel lines meet at infinity. Therefore, the image will be formed at infinity. Third one is where what is the nature of the image? Nature of the image is real and inverted. Real and inverted. Let us move to the last position of the object. So the object is placed between focus and pole. So this is a little bit different here, different thing that will take place here. Here, what I did is, we considered the object. This is an arrow mark, black arrow mark. The object in between focus and pole. When the object is brought very much nearer to this concave mirror, what happens? See the incident ray direction. So this is the incident ray. So therefore reflected ray is passing through focus. Next, if you consider the incident ray striking the pole obliquely with some angle theta, the reflected ray must also move obliquely with the same angle. Therefore, this is the reflected ray for this incident ray. If you observe these two reflected rays, they are getting diverged. They are getting diverged. So the diverging lines can never meet each other. Therefore, we are extending them in opposite direction. We are extending them in opposite direction so that they will meet at this point. Now, this point is coming from the arrowhead. Hence, arrowhead is here, arrow tail is here. Tell me what is the nature of the image. Here, the two rays are not meeting each other. When you extend them in other direction, they are meeting each other. Okay, and if you observe, the arrow is in upright position, not upside down position. It is in upright position. Therefore, the nature of the image is erect image, and the nature of the image is a virtual image because it is not a real image. Why? Because these two rays are not meeting each other. When the rays are not meeting each other, the image formed by that ray is a erect image, and it is a virtual image. This cannot be projected onto the screen. Second one, what is the size of the image? Size of the image is enlarged compared to this one. That's why it is enlarged. Size of the image is enlarged. And the third one, where is the position of the image? Behind the mirror. It is not before the mirror or in front of the mirror, it is behind the mirror. Sometimes we consider it as inside the mirror. Inside the mirror or behind the mirror, both are same, but in front of the mirror is different. Okay, so in this way we can understand the image formation in case of a concave mirror.